Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 20th of June. A relationship issue can really reach a biting point as this week begins. You may want to duck out of it, not look at it, or it may be that someone else is actually being a little bit elusive, but I do feel a discussion is imminent. And this is because Saturn in your sign is in opposition with Mercury in your sector of relating, and also there's the blue moon in your sign in opposition with the Sun in Gemini. Now, that's obviously just before the Sun switches over on Tuesday into the sign of Cancer. But that's really going to just deepen this equation around your relationships to a level which is much more about not what people say, but what they really mean. So the conversation you have, however much it's you or the other person that perhaps is wanting to look at it or not look at it, I think it is going to happen. But once that conversation happens, you can take a great draw of breath into your lungs, because it is going to clear the air. And then you're going to be much better poised to sort out really what you want to do. Get rid of any frustration. Don't let issues bubble on the back burner any longer, and then you can really grapple with what you really want. And there is the joining of the Sun and Venus from Tuesday as the Sun makes its way into Cancer. Okay, they're not going to be as tightly clustered together as they had been in the previous weeks through their transit through Gemini, but they're in touch enough to suggest that it could be a very passionate time. And the person that you really have been frustrated with of late could suddenly be the person that you want to be most intimate with once the bubble is pricked. Then on the other hand, perhaps in a long-standing relationship, it's more about trying to understand that there are different shifts going on in terms of each of you's personality, and maybe some readjustment is necessary on both sides to reach a better and more cooperative accord. If that can't be achieved, the move of the Sun into Cancer could trigger an end of a relationship. But the relationship is only going to leave your world if it's really not right for you. So that's not necessarily easily going to happen. And Venus in the 8th solar house is a very hot location in terms of getting up close and being more personal and sharing things at a much deeper emotional or sexual level. And Venus forges a quite enchanting link with Neptune as this week draws to a close. If you're in a relationship which is going really well, this could point towards an addition to your family. On the other hand, perhaps if a baby is on its way anyway, well, perhaps it's just about to make its arrival. But there can be a magical connection if you're lucky enough to be in a relationship which really doesn't have any barriers in the way. If barriers have been there a little bit more recently, this can just bring a more romantic vibe to bear. And if you can, just put that bit more effort in to see if you can get things onto a better footing. I do feel that will be worthwhile. From a more prosaic point of view, the Sun arriving to join up with Venus in Cancer is much more about your long-term finances. So if you're interested in improving those, working on your own business enterprises, being more entrepreneurial, the next 4 weeks is going to be a fine time for you to platform and showcase your talents. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.